So, what do you think makes a betting app truly successful? Most people would say great odds and big payouts, right? But what if I told you the real secret to winning has almost nothing to do with the bet itself? Yeah, there's a hidden battle fought completely behind the screen that decides who actually comes out on top.
I mean, it makes sense. The conventional wisdom, you could call it the obvious bet, is that the company with the best odds and the biggest potential winnings is going to grab all the users. And sure, that seems logical. But in these fast-growing mobile markets, that's a dangerously incomplete picture.
Okay, so this really frames the whole story for us. On the left, you've got that assumption we just talked about good odds, big payouts. But on the right, that's the reality for users on the ground. The things that really make a difference aren't the odds, it's whether the payments are seamless and if the app is lightning fast. This, right here, is where the real game is won or lost.
And that brings us to the real challenge. For a company like Kika App over in Tanzania, the biggest hurdle isn't predicting a football match. Not at all. It's scaling a platform for millions of users in a really unique mobile-first environment. We're not just talking about getting more users. We're talking about building an infrastructure that can handle immense pressure without completely falling apart. So this secret philosophy behind that kind of massive growth, well, it actually has a name: frictionless localization. And look, this isn't just about translating some text into another language. It's a deep technical strategy. It's all about solving two huge problems at the exact same time: how people in that specific place pay for things and how fast the app performs. If you get this right, you can scale like crazy. Get it wrong, you're basically invisible.
So, this idea of frictionless localization really stands on two pillars. First, you absolutely have to solve the payment puzzle. And second, you have to solve the performance puzzle. So let's break each of these down, starting with what is truly the lifeblood of any mobile app: the money. We're calling this the heartbeat of the ecosystem for a very good reason. While you, the user, you're looking at odds and cool graphics, the single most critical and honestly most unseen investment an app makes is in its payment system. Think about it. If you can't deposit or withdraw your money instantly, nothing else even matters. And this just shows you how complex it gets. This isn't about just accepting a credit card. No way. In a market like Tanzania, it means deep, seamless integration with the mobile money providers that people actually use every single day. We're talking M-Pesa, Tigo Pesa, Airtel Money. Each one of those is its own massive technical challenge to get right.
This quote, it really just says it all, doesn't it? A traditional bank transfer? That might take hours, maybe even days. That's friction. But mobile money? That's instant. And when a user can deposit and withdraw in just a couple of taps, that builds an incredible amount of trust. That trust is what creates loyalty, and that's what allows an app to truly scale. You're localizing the finance itself, not just the currency.
All right, on to pillar two: performance. Just imagine this for a second. You're watching a live football match. It's a huge derby. The odds are changing every single second, and you see the perfect moment to place a bet. You tap the screen, and the app just freezes. What do you think happens next? I mean, the technical challenge here is just staggering. We are talking about millions of data points, all these odds updates, being pushed out in real time to thousands, maybe even millions of people at the exact same time. The app has to process all of this instantly, even if you're on a slower mobile connection. It's a huge ask. And this is the ultimate consequence of that failure. That one moment of lag, that one little crash. It doesn't just mean a single lost bet. It means you've lost a customer. And let's be real, probably forever. In a market this competitive, you just don't get a second chance to prove you're fast and reliable. So how do the winning apps avoid this kind of catastrophic failure? Well, it's not luck. It's a proactive, multi-million-dollar investment in a very specific tech formula. It's a formula designed to handle extreme pressure and to never, ever fail the user in that one critical moment. So here's that formula. It all starts with a super sophisticated cloud infrastructure that can scale up instantly. But what's really fascinating is how they use AI, not for setting odds, but to predict traffic spikes. The system knows a Champions League final or a huge Dar es Salaam derby is coming up, and it gets the servers ready. And the app itself, it's designed to be light and fast, stripping out absolutely anything that could slow it down. And this table just does a fantastic job of laying out the whole shift. The old world was all about cash at a physical storefront. The new world, it's instant mobile money on a super light smartphone app, all powered by a scalable cloud. The leap in technology required to make that transition work, well, it's just absolutely massive. So, after looking at both payments and performance, we can kind of bring it all together and understand what really truly matters here. What's the one thing that these winning apps provide that lets them completely dominate the market? And there it is. This is the core takeaway of this whole thing. It's not about the odds, it's not about the payouts. In this new mobile-first world, convenience is the ultimate currency. If an app is easy, if it's fast, and if it pays you instantly, you're going to choose it. You're going to trust it. And that trust is the foundation for massive scale. So the next time you open any app on your phone, not just a betting app, I want you to think about this. Think about those silent, invisible battles of payment integration and performance happening in the milliseconds it takes for the screen to load. Because that's where the real competition is, not just in this industry, but across the entire digital world that lives right there on your phone.